think we're supposed to wait just a second and do the millennial pause. Is that what we're doing right now?
You got to do the inhale.
Hi, hey everybody, welcome back.
We're live.
um,
We are live.
we are live, and it's the moment you've all been waiting for anxiously for a whole week. I'm so proud of you for being patient. As always, my name is Dustin Brewer. With me is Bo Van Buren, my trusty compatriot, um, my new hetero life mate in all things Zephyr, bringing you great content about our drone simulator, Zephyr Drone Simulator, and special guest, one of our founders, Mr. Alex Estep. Alex, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you on the screen with us in a different capacity than in one of the meeting rooms telling us about more stuff we could do better.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice change of pace for a Thursday for me. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, we appreciate you taking the time out of the day. Bo, how are you doing today?
Oh, I am living the dream, brother. Yeah, personal life stuff. Spent all day yesterday pounding posts into the ground. It's a fun time.
That's is that new like Gen Z slang for like taking care of business, or did you actually put posts on the ground?
We drove 15 posts into the ground yesterday for a fence.
Look at you, farmhand Bo.
Well, it's my day off.
That's some of that Yellowstone stuff, man.
Yeah, okay.
Out there on the Van Buren Ranch, gotta lay down some barbed wire.
Did y'all were they handheld post hole diggers, or did you?
We rednecked the ever loving mess. We pounded probably like there's close to I think 30 posts total that we started off doing them by hand, and then we were just like screw this, and then we switched over to using a jackhammer. It's very very redneck engineering of us. Yeah, so
When all else fails, break out heavy equipment to ram that post into the earth against its will.
Dude, it brought us down from taking like 40 minutes per post to setting up for like 5 minutes and then 3 minutes to drive the posts.
Wow. See, technology. Much like the technology that Little Arm Studios brings you with the Zephyr Drone Simulator.
Great segue.
Look, that's why I get paid these dollars.
Yep,
In the
that's
chat,
why we. Yep.
Stu's joining us. Hello, Stu. Welcome back. Thanks for popping in. Don't forget out there, if you're one of our new subscribers, we noticed we gained a few over the last few days, so that's pretty awesome. So thank you all for hitting that little button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us swim up in that algorithm. And feel free to share it with people that you know, or if you find us annoying, share it with people that you know. I'm happy to chip in and be a part of that talk track.
A share is always appreciated.
Yep. Oh yeah, give us a share, give us a like.
Whether you like them, whether you hate them, views are views, baby.
Right? Heck yeah. Oh, and Kyle's joined us as well. Hello, Kyle. Yeah, I see your other parts of the triumvirate have joined in the chat.
Watch me scorn.
So, I think that's a really good, an even better segue than before. So with these guys, Alex, why don't you take us all down memory lane on how this whole thing got started?
Man, so I met Kyle and Stuart, the other two founders of Little Arm Studios, at George Mason University. We were all in the computer game design program circa 2010, I think, is when I transferred. So I met them in classes, group projects, and all that good stuff. We organized, or actually took over a gaming interest group club at George Mason called GADIG. Shout out to Alec Fisher-Lasky, who was the original president. Kyle took over, and we kind of, the three, Stuart, Kyle, and I, kind of took it over and ran it until Kyle and I graduated in 2013, I think. We try and stay active and keep up to date with the goings on there, but that was really where we kind of found each other and found that we worked really well together. And so how it transformed into Little Arms was upon graduation and internships and things like that. We were applying for jobs, and nothing was really panning out.
Right.
So some opportunities came along. Kyle had started the Little Arms LLC, I think, in his senior year, and then we're all just talking. And I was like, okay, let's give this, a shot. Let's venture out on ourselves. Let's make a game. And so Stuart and I came on uh, officially to Little Arms, and the three of us have equal ownership and share in the company. And so all three of us collectively come together with decision making and, um, you know, come to an agreement and on the direction of the company. And it's worked out very well. For the past what would that be? Like 12 years, 11 years?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah,
Math.
just math. Yeah.
Not for me.
Which not my strong suit.
You could tell me any date range, and I'd be like, "Yep, that's right. That sounds good."
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
That sounds really good.
So yeah, that's kind of how it all got started. We got started making a game. Shout out to Drop Force Nova. Unreleased.
Rip.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. It's still a hope and a dream for us to revisit, build it out, and bring it and actually release it. But that kind of got us all together. We got, I think, a year and some change into development, and we are like, oh, it takes a lot of money to make games, and we were running out of it.
Sure.
So
project creep probably struggles too sometimes.
Man, and especially like early on in our career too, like project creep is still an issue, but like with the more experience you have, the more projects you do, the better you get about managing it. But early on, man, it was like,
let's do everything.
Let's do all the things. Yeah, you
Right.
get so excited and you want to do it all, but yeah, it's just not realistic. So, the development, it was great. We had a great prototype. It was so much fun. We had a lot of success. We actually brought it to MagFest. I can't remember what year it was, but MagFest in Maryland was like a music and gaming festival that we went to every year. And we weren't vendors there or anything like that, but we had a build on a laptop.
I think I remember that. It was very guerrilla.
Yeah, it was probably the most successful like showcase and demo and QA test that we've ever done. But there's this giant expo hall, and there's one entrance and one exit to get out of the expo hall, and that's where all the games and arcade cabinets were. And so we just set up. They had these little credenzas outside of the exit along this long hallway. So we just set the laptop up on the credenza, and as people were coming out, we were like, "Hey, try our game, try our game." And man, we
Please come
must
try
have
it
had
now.
at least like 100 people come through and try it, and had a lot of fun with it. Great feedback. But yeah, we had every intention of like taking that feedback and polishing it, getting it to a release date. But the reality of paying bills is a thing. So that set in. So while we were still trying to develop that, we were looking at other opportunities like contract gigs, second jobs, third jobs, things like that. So there was an opportunity with the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue, um, where there was a firefighter who was on maternity leave. She was on light duty, getting ready to go on maternity leave, but she saw a deficit in their training where they basically use like a glorified PowerPoint to walk people through their decision-making process when they arrive on scene to a fire. It was just like PowerPoint, so they would just like scroll you through pictures and be like, "Hey, what do you do? What do you do?" And so she was like, "Well, I know just down the road there's a game design program." So she reached out to the program. I think Dr. Martin had reached out to me or Kyle about it, or I had been in his office, I think, when he was talking about it. And so we were like, yeah, if it pays, we'll do it. So
You got some of that money? Here's that.
Yeah. So we did it like an internship, like a paid internship uh, through them. We built basically a first-person firefighting simulator where um, you could collaborate with other firefighters playing together in the same scenario, and the structure you'd come up on like a single-family home, and then we developed it so that you could start the fire anywhere on the house, and based on whatever windows or doors were open and the availability of air in the structure, it would spread and burn as realistic as possible.
That's incredible. Like that amount of thought and care and attention that you guys put into what I mean, that is a great instance of it, but in the current simulator,
Mhm.
it's really wild. Like I think it's easy to take things for granted when you hear like, oh, drone simulator. Like support these things fly this drone. There's so much more that goes
Oh
into
yeah.
it. Like it is an absolute, it's a monumental undertaking. I
Mhm.
think again, it's why we're trying to do this to show people exactly why this is important and
Oh
kind
yeah.
of let them see behind the curtain that there's a lot that goes into these. I mean, and you were just three guys out of college, trying to scrape something together. I've been there, man. Like starting a business is absolutely terrifying,
Oh,
and
it's rough. Yeah.
yeah, it's really scary. It takes everything out of you. So I mean, kudos to you guys for, I mean, just having the stones to
Stick it through,
give
yeah.
it a go. Yeah, that's
And honestly,
huge.
that's probably the biggest theme to our success is just all of us are probably like more stubborn than we should be, but we're all very committed, very dedicated, and we're willing to like grind it out. And we have collectively we have a ton of grit. Like through the years, obviously we've experienced like a roller coaster of like highs and lows, and that's another reason why I think the triumvirate or the Triforce of me, Stuart, and
Mhm.
Kyle has worked so well is because we always have the other like to lean on or talk to whenever problems arise, like in work, out of work, whatever. Yeah, we've always been there for each other, and yeah, against a lot of um, advice from those that were supposed mentors at the time when we were
Oh
starting the
yeah,
business.
yep.
Um,
I remember
yeah,
those, the ones that like to chime in, but Kyle put it pretty succinctly. The tenacious three, that tenacity is
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of what does it. But he agrees though. Lucky to have some really smart folks on our team. And he also
oh yeah,
said from that first game you put out, watching that one kid play over and over at the festival was a core memory. So
oh man,
that's, I mean,
yeah,
that's
and
really
that's
awesome.
what. Yeah, and that's I mean the dream is still to make games, because I mean that's what it's all about, like
Sure.
creating experiences that are fun and enjoyable, um, and uh, yeah, simulators was like a pretty easy transition for us to divert to,
Hmm.
and obviously it's been very successful. So it scratches a lot of the game development itch that a lot of us have, but
Hmm.
um, in a more serious application. So, like they're fun problems to solve. Trying to take something that is, like a real world application and make it into something that for training. So, like for instance, for the fire training simulator, you're talking about like taking something as realistic in the attention to detail to put into the simulator. It's like that's the goal, the purpose of simulation is to provide a training experience that is as close to real life as possible. Um, and it just makes it, more affordable, more convenient. So way back then, we were not only were we developing the simulator, but we were also trying to convince a lot of leadership that didn't realize the value of simulation and thought it was a waste of
Hmm.
time and it couldn't. And we still to this day we say like it does not replace your real world practice.
Oh,
It's
sure.
a necessary supplement to your real world application. So um, if you're if it's raining, you know, and you don't want to drive somewhere where it's not raining, or uh, you know, like it's nighttime. You know, you get out of work and there's not enough light to fly.
Sure.
Fire up Zephyr and you can train.
Yeah, I mean, look, coming in as I did this year, just my time on the simulator and like seeing how just practicing it and building up that muscle memory has translated into increased scores for myself. I mean, it works. You know, it's proof positive that it works. We hear a lot of really good testimonials that you know, they feel the difference in
Mhm.
doing this and then going and actually flying. It's really cool. So,
And that's yeah. And oh, go ahead.
Alex, you're oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, no. I was just gonna say that's really the core experience of like Zephyr. So that's the primary directive. Like whenever we're working on the simulator,
Mhm.
it's what is the training application, and does it feel realistic?
Right.
And where you know, like comparing it to game development. Game development, it's like the target is fun, and
Hmm.
there's you know a lot of nuance into like what is fun, what is the kind of fun that you're going for, but you know the shift to simulators is like what's the training directive and like what are you trying to teach them and learn from the simulator? And at its core, Zephyr it teaches you how to fly a drone, and so that's really like the the primary purpose and what we focus so much on is like the flight feel and the physics of the drones. And each drone is crafted specifically and uniquely to the manufacturer's specifications and its you know physical structure. So each drone flies different because they all fly different in the real world. So each drone, and that's why it takes. It might seem like it takes so long for us to put a drone in, is because um, each one is so unique. Like we develop the model, we take the specifications from the manufacturer or whatever we can find. We try and find one to fly. Sometimes we can't, so then we lean on other people that we know who have the drone and give them a beta version. It's like, hey, how does it feel? Um, and so we then fine tune that and tweak. So like it can take upwards of like 2 months for us to get a drone in.
Yeah. So that's what I think is, again, just because I love language, but the word just, I think, is one of the most like cutting and sometimes one of the worst words in the English language because this isn't just some flying simulator. This isn't just some game. This is real, care and quality that is true to form, trying to mimic life like in an actual simulation. It's not
Mhm.
just something you download to pass the time to try and get better, using the sticks to fly a drone around. It's got real teeth to it. And I think that's
Mhm.
impressive and it's daunting. That's what I was going to say before. Your title, the VP of production, like you're the one who's helping to make sure the ship continues down its lane in order for us to get this product and make sure that it
Mhm.
stays serviceable. Like so, tell us briefly about what that like. It sounds because that would drive me nuts.
Um, it's stressful a lot, but it's a lot of fun. I do enjoy. I kind of uh, accidentally fell into project management. Um, I originally started my career wanting to do digital art, 3D art, animation, things like that. And I still get to exercise that muscle a little bit in my job, but it was really just like filling a deficit that we had. And so while we were looking for somebody else to fill the role of project manager, I, took it up because, it just needed to be done and
Right.
found out I'm pretty good at it. I really enjoy it. I'm very, very organized. And
What's that
it
like? God, that sounds
I
incredible.
can't. I can't imagine.
it's it's a blessing and a curse. I count it more as a blessing than a curse, but like it does get in the way of a lot of a lot of things. So like yeah, I just like um might have a little OCD with certain things, like things need to be in a certain order. But it's really valuable in my job. So
Yeah, that's great. I know Kyle's
yeah.
appreciative. He said he took it over because he was not doing well at it.
I think Kyle would if that was his like primary focus, but as CEO, he's got, a lot of
I,
other
I
responsibilities.
I think Kyle is quite humble about a lot of that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. So yeah, it's great. Uh, I I learn a lot every single month. Like there's something new that we're trying. Um, it's it, it's an interesting problem to try and keep all the plates spinning and to accurately be able to estimate when things can get done. If anybody's worked in software development, you know that is an impossible endeavor to give accurate estimates,
Oh, I'm sure.
especially with like, because like if we were making the same thing over and over again, then it's like sure we know how long it's going to take, but like we're making something new all the time, so
Yeah.
it's like
From scratch. There's not like a weird template that you can just pull from somewhere and add it
yep,
in. Like I think that's what's
yeah,
always so impressive. Oh, hi Aaron. Welcome to the stream.
hi.
Um,
Um, and yeah, so like, and that's the other thing too is like, because we develop everything in house, like we don't outsource anything. Everything is done by us to the best of our ability. Um, we it takes time, like it for that level of quality. Like we've used some third party things before. Hey, that's right, Stu. Yeah, it's software
it's
development, not software
development.
building.
See, the English language. What an amazing
Yeah.
thing.
So there's like an inherent risk of like, yeah, we could use a third party thing to solve this problem or, implement this new feature. But the fact that we didn't make it and we don't necessarily have like full control over it, um, is a risk. Like we can potentially lead to um, issues that we can't fix, and we rely on them to fix it to then get us turn around a fix. It's just it, that's kind of like a small example of a lot of the problems that it's my job to solve, right? So it's like um, we want to implement this new feature, and what does that mean? Like we gather requirements, and that means like okay, um, you know what exactly are the systems and new things added to the simulator that are going to allow us to introduce this new thing that people want. And that's where it's a fun phase of the development where you're researching and designing what that new system would look like, um, and then you turn around and you give your best estimate. So like say,
Mhm.
um, you know, uh, it's a dumb example, but like say someone was like, "Hey, I would love to add a flashlight to the drone," which exists, but say it didn't
Sure.
for now. Um, I would then go to the development team and be like, "Hey, um, the people are asking for a flashlight. They'll come back with questions like, okay, well, like what kind of flashlight? Do all drones have it? Do some of the drones have it? Um, can you move the flashlight independently of the camera? Like those are all the questions that
The
we'll
stuff you
probably have.
never think about right off the rip about like just put a flashlight on it. Again,
Just put a flashlight on it.
just put a flashlight on it. Like there's so
just
Exactly.
much more. See, I hate the word just and I hate the word that. I don't know
Hmm.
why, but they were
I,
beaten out of
That
me in creative writing. I hate the word that.
I hate the word
Uh,
lil
well, that's not
Well,
really.
that's not a
lil
word.
lil.
Yeah. Um, but uh, yeah, but that's actually a really good point to hit though, Alex, is that we do take a lot of this feedback and synthesize that into either, quality upgrades or things to add into the system. Like we're always listening and how,
Hmm.
you know, yourself and of the team, Stu and the dev guys, how they take that information and process it and then ask those tough questions. Like
Hmm.
that's so incredibly important to have all these different perceptions that can come forward and be like, okay, so we want to do this, or we're hearing that we need this. Here are all the things that we could possibly think of to make this as high quality as possible. And that stuff gets
Yeah.
answered and taken to task. And I think that's just monumental.
Yeah, and that's I think part of the job that I naturally fell um, in love with is just the collaboration of it. So like it's not just me coming to the team and being like, we need a flashlight in 1 month. It's like I come to the team like, hey, we're getting requests for a flashlight. Where do we think it could fit on the roadmap, and what does it look like? And so it's then, maybe like a couple days of conversations with them to go through ideas and iterations and maybe even a prototype of what it could look like. And it's a back and forth between them and either the customer or them and Kyle or them and the sales team.
Mm.
And I'm kind of just like the mediary between all of it. And I'm updating the dev team on, requirements or requests or things like that, and just making sure that the roadmap is laid out and we're still meeting, any deadlines that are set. And then communicating back to sales or the customer or Kyle if there's delays or if we're ahead of schedule, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's
I think
kind of
that's
like the core of my responsibilities.
communication. I think that's a big piece of it. Communication is so incredibly important to our organization. Like we are
Oh
all
yeah,
constantly not just, talking about these things in the emails, but we're also putting in that FaceTime through Discord where we can actually see each other and connect and, you know,
oh yeah.
make sure that
I
we're all on the same page.
I appreciate working remote, but I miss being in the office. Just like
Hmm.
being able to see people like face to face, and a lot of like who I work with, and again, another reason why I think I've personally been able to stick it out for so long is because I work with friends. Like I enjoy the people I work with. Um, I like talking to them. I like being there for them. And they're all just everybody here is just insanely talented, and um, it's crazy how we've gotten very lucky in a lot of aspects, but throughout our history, we've had just like so many champions and so much talent and so much support from outside of the company as well that has led to our success. And
Well, I mean, you're the big reason I'm here, buddy. We
yeah,
met several years ago back when I had this little watering hole in Clarksville, Tennessee called Kings Bluff Brewery, and I think
yeah,
had our wives met already by that point?
yeah. So I met you. Here's a King's Bluff. I don't know if it's gonna. There you go.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yep. Yeah. So my wife. So we actually um, moved to Clarksville, Tennessee. What was that 2018, I think?
It was right before we opened the spot up.
Yeah. My wife graduated from George Mason with her doctorate in kinesiology, got a job at Austin P University,
Oh God.
and we moved here. And Dustin's wife was in the same department as Amanda, and just kicked it off, like became really, really close friends really fast.
Well,
And I
Kristen
think,
likes to collect introverts, so.
yes, yeah, yeah. And I think the first time I met you was at the Billy Idol
Oh,
concert.
that's right, at the Fontanelle at the horrible
Yeah,
Billy Idol concert.
it was. Oh man, he was doing his best, but man, it
It was
was
all
kind
right
of
for
hard to
a
watch.
septuagenarian.
Yeah, that was a fun night, regardless.
That was a good time.
But
It was a good time.
yeah, then I yeah didn't know you had opened or you were in the process of
They were
opening
in the
King's Bluff at
process,
the
yeah.
time. Yeah, and so yeah, I'm a lover of the beer, and Dustin made uh,
Made. Yeah, haven't
made some
been back to
eh,
that in a while.
yeah incredible beer,
It's good
and
stuff.
I was very lucky to enjoy that so close to home on a frequent basis for quite a few years.
Yeah, that and D
As
and
well.
D, man. That's really where we connected though, was our weekly
Yep.
D&D sessions.
I'm
Yep.
trying to think now when I met you, Alex. I think it was
It was in
I
um
can't remember if it was a Gadig thing because like I did some voiceover work for
mhm.
the Skyrim mod,
I
but
know it
like
was definitely while I was at George Mason.
Uh-huh.
Um I don't know the first time I met you, but like
Fro-
you were there in like a lot of game nights.
Yeah, I think I tagged along to some of the when Gadig was in the actual like performing arts area instead of its own building. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, because I think I'd come up to visit Stu when he was there,
Hmm.
like
Yeah, we
way back.
eventually, yeah, possibly during the league days.
Parker, you need to get
Yep.
out of here.
Bye, Parker.
Parker, get out of here.
Bye, Parker.
Hi guys.
You're
I'm sorry if it's a little loud. I'm at lunch, but Alex, I have
Parker,
an
Parker,
important
leave.
question.
you're ruining. Just
So that's Parker from our sales team. But anyway, so but yeah, it's wild how everybody is so connected within the company. Like that's to me, that's something I keep going back to. Is it's more than just our work environment and this thing that we're all trying to put out or put together. It's the fact that we all have that underlying connection with each other. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. The D&D nights were crucial.
Oh, absolutely, still are.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, when we do Extra Life, which we'll talk about more here in a minute, I'm hoping to run a one shot as part of it for the stream. So
Oh yeah.
that'll be a nice kickback to the old days.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Alex, we know you got a lot to do, buddy. We know you got another meeting. I think actually right now. So we don't want to keep you, but thank you so much for hanging out with us and helping us eat up some time. You know, so they don't have to just listen to these two ding dogs ramble on about the sim.
Yeah, fair enough.
Instead, it's just me rambling on, going down memory lane.
No, it's awesome insights. I really appreciate you taking some time out and hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all doing this, and I hope to hop on again soon.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
We'd love to have you. Maybe we'll get all three of the leaders on at the same time.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. That'll be a special 2-hour session.
Yeah.
Can we get robes made? Let's get robes made.
I have my Harry Potter robe.
No, we need like the fancy smoking jackets and like overstuffed leather chairs for that one. But all right, Alex, we'll let you go. I will remove your camera when you're ready.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
See ya. And now I gotta fix Dustin's camera.
Where'd I go? Bring back my pretty face. Well, that's the joy of live streaming, is you never know what's gonna happen.
That's true.
But I would like to have Parker and
I would
on at some point.
I'd love that, yeah. But
I think that'd be fun, and also it's kind of the other side of our coin, like where we're doing promotional stuff. They are boots on the ground trying to get the sim into the hands of, people in public safety or education. So there's a lot of
time and place, though.
Yeah, time and place, of course. So going back to what I was saying before, top hats. I like that, Stu. That's a good idea. Get some top hats made.
All right, not bad for being fixed. Not bad for being fixed on the fly.
Yeah, no, it looks great. Again, welcome to live streaming.
Wow, you ain't got to tell me. I've been doing it for over 5 years now.
We can take care of it. It's like, look how big my face got. Wow, I'm seeing the delay on the actual stream, and wow, what a treat for everybody watching.
You get to see Dustin's mug with his new camera.
Yeah. Ooh, propeller hat. See, then we could get the green and white with a red propeller, toothy coated. A bad idea. Speaking of promotional items that maybe you could get your hands on, we are doing Extra Life on November the 8th, I believe.
Yep. It is correct? That is correct, I believe, the last time that I was updated. Okay. It is a fundraising thing that we do, or a fundraising event that we do every year that benefits Children's Miracle Network hospitals for the kids.
For the children, like
we game for 24, usually 25 hours technically, because we usually do it during fallback.
Oh yeah.
So I think we get to avoid that this year, but we'll be doing a full 24 hours. There will be hot ones challenge. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. I'm excited for that. I like really spicy stuff.
Bunch of different things. Everybody will be playing multiple different types of video games and party games, board games, as well as
TTRPG.
TTRPGs. We'll be doing it all.
Yeah.
We're
You get to watch us get nice and punchy after being up for 24 hours.
It is always fun, and especially because like I'll be hot off my trip from Japan for that, so I'm expecting I'm expecting my sleep to still be absolutely destroyed. So
Oh, sure.
so
Yeah.
I think
We'll talk about that in a second, though, because I want the people to hear about this, because I am excited for.
I think
I actually still.
Huh?
What do you think? Go ahead.
I was I think Kyle and I are probably going to be the late night gang this year.
Okay.
We normally have like we have a lot of people there in the day, and then we have a couple of late night owls that keep the torch going and carried throughout the night.
Well, you're in luck. I have insomnia, so I'll be there.
Hey, nice.
Right. I'll be right there with you, whether you want it or not.
Yeah. Shucks. No, I'm just kidding.
So, another part of this whole Extra Life thing is that you'll be able to donate to that, and every time you donate to the Children's Miracle Network through Extra Life, there are different areas that you can donate for. Like, say we're playing a game and you toss in $5, and now I have to hand my controller off to somebody else, or I have to put on a blindfold, or you donate like $50 and you get a really sweet like beanie that has Toothy on or around it, or any kind of like neat swag. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just neat little incentives, things that you can do to like kind of punish us while we're playing games, or
you can do things
win
to
cool
punish
things.
us. You can also punish us outside of that, because
That's also true.
Because Dustin and I believe, are putting our beards up for a reward tier. You can choose what we do with it. If you want me to rock mutton chops for a while, I'll do it.
Oh, sure.
If you want us to dye them a weird color, we'll do it. I've done it before.
Absolutely. But you know
what?
what? This gets me out of having to shave my beard for my Halloween costume, because I'm going as Jesse Gemstone. So now I have to keep it so I can auction it off. In fact, I may go.
Well, yeah. So we're looking at putting the beards up, Dustin and I.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
So
the beards are going up for auction for a pretty penny. We don't just.
Yeah, we don't just
we're
give
not
it to
those kind of girls. We don't just give it away for free.
We don't just give. You gotta buy us dinner.
That's right. You gotta at least give me a Snickers and a pat on the back.
But
Fu Manchu.
So,
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
no.
2 a.m. to 6 a.m. is always the rough part. Oh, I imagine. That's not fit for anyone.
That's the life we live. We're in it. We do it to raise money for the kids. It's not about us.
Right.
So that's just how it be.
Right. Yeah, we will do that. I think that's a good idea. I like it. It's gonna be fun. Pay them to shave or to dye them. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you can choose a design if you want. I'll do the Wolverine. I'll do the Wolverine.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I can't pull that look off at all, but I'll do it.
Yeah. Can I auction a Dennis Rodman-esque design to my head? Absolutely, you can, Josh. In fact, you heard it here first as well. Josh has just decided to put his head up for auction.
You poor sweet summer child.
Here's the thing, though. He's so damn tall, you won't be able to tell what's going on up there anyway.
That's true. Are you gonna let them shave designs into the side too, like real old school?
Great. Yeah. Oh, do like the siding.
Yeah.
The three.
What do you got? What do you got? I got the shutter.
I got shiplap. It's really Joanna Gaines of my head. Oh yeah, do the question mark. I like it. Good job, Josh. Way to
go
Way to put
full.
your head in there,
Way to get your head in the game.
Yeah. Stu's already got ideas for it, doing question mark.
Oh no, like full on like Batman like 2000 like Riddler question marks.
Ooh, I like it. Heck
You just
yeah.
go in with the picture of the suit and be like, I want this, but here.
Yeah, see, we could do a tooth he shaved into his head. I like this. This is
Oh, see, we got
beautiful.
if we're doing that, we got to send Josh to a show while he has it cut into his hair.
Now there we go. I like. Oh, let's send him to Japan. No, that'll be before. So
Yeah.
speaking of Japan, let's talk about
Texas.
Japan. You are flying across the Pacific,
Yep.
heading to the Far East.
I am heading to Fukushima, Japan for the World Robotics Summit. They're doing a disaster relief kind of situation. We got invited out to like come and show the product a little bit at one of the computer labs at I think it's Tohoku University
Mm-hmm.
over in Fukushima, Japan, which is going to be super neat.
Wow.
That is on October 11th and 12th, and it's coming up really quickly.
That is right. That I mean, next week it'll
Yeah,
just be me on here doing this.
it is literally next week, and I am kind of freaking out a little bit. I've wanted to go to Japan since I was a little kid. I feel like, but like, you know, it's one of those things where like you come from a really small town, and you're just like that kind of life's never gonna be for me.
Well, I mean, I think it's a neat experience, but also you've really been taking this like incredibly like earnestly and like doing some pre-immersive stuff. So speak
Yeah.
a little to that. Like you've been doing
I've been
not just
taking
language.
yeah I've been learning language and customs for the past like I want to say 5 or 6 months. The language stuff is incredibly hard. They have like 3 alphabets that you have to learn. Well, you don't have to learn kanji, but it makes your life a lot easier if you can. But you can get around with hiragana and katakana. But the customs and the not rules, but like the way that they conduct business is very structured, and like, you know, handing the cards with 2 hands, receiving cards with 2 hands, the bowing, not bowing too far, not bowing too little, bowing as you're passing, just being very considerate of like, and consideration and respectfulness are what it's all about. So trying to learn all that stuff's been very interesting. And I've been like pseudo immersing myself in it. So like most of the games that I've been playing, like in my off time, have been in full blown Japanese. And like Dustin's seen my YouTube player.
You showed me a clip on YouTube, and it's like, what the hell? Oh, that's a subtitle.
My subtitles for YouTube videos have been in Japanese, so I've been going whole hog into it pretty much. So it's
That's
like one of
awesome.
the yeah. I want it to be successful. Is where I am.
I think
with
it's
it,
gonna be.
Um,
I'm the first
so
to tell you, and I'll be the first one to tell you every time. When you take something seriously and you really get into it, it can't help but be successful because you're being earnest with it. I think that's really cool. I think that typically lends to a more successful thing, much like with the simulator, much like with starting a business or immersing yourself in another culture. The more seriously you take it, the more you give of yourself into that thing, typically the more successful it's going to be.
yeah,
So I'm excited for you.
the panic has already set in a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I've been feeling a little jittery. Um,
Well, at least the government's not shut down and they're not going to mess with TSA or
right.
anything. That's for a
uh,
totally different stream.
yeah, that's for not a Zephyr stream at all.
Right. But that being said, though, I think it's going to be a neat show, and I'm excited for you to be there. I know we talked about not going live next week. I think we should still take some video. And
I will do my best to get some video that you can show on stream.
I would love to.
But like I don't know about live streaming in Japan. I want to be respectful of the people, because like they're not really about that. So I don't want to be disrespectful of their
Sure.
invitation. So
What time is?
I can take some videos and stuff and send them over though.
What time is it right now in Fukushima?
It is it is October 3rd in Fukushima.
Oh,
Right
happy Taylor
now,
Swift Day to them. For those who
yeah,
celebrate.
that's one of the crazy things is like I leave on the 7th, or I leave my home on the 7th. I'll be getting on the plane on the 8th, and then I'll be landing on the 9th. Um, uh, right now in Fukushima, Japan, it is 2:45 a.m.
Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah,
So
that'd be a
I'll,
really late
I'll
night for you.
yeah, I'll just I'll stay up the entire trip.
Oof.
25 days, no sleep. Let's do it.
That's, that sounds wonderful.
But no,
I'm
so
excited for you.
it's going to be really neat. I am very excited for uh, just learning because like the way that they're doing things over there with like they're actually adopting NIST. Um,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the NIST like the big guys from NIST. I think his name Adam Jacoff, I think is his name.
That sounds
Um,
right.
but he's going to be present there. They're running they're adopting these NIST open lane course buckets as well as the the level 4 and level 5 courses with the smaller buckets and like the different colors. They're going to be doing a competition with a couple of different teams that are going to be trying to find people that are in like rubble in a mock disaster city they have set up. It's going to be really
Wow, that's
cool.
cool.
I plan on gathering a lot of information and bringing it back so the team can, use that to like hopefully maybe we could get like a certain kind like that kind of simulation in here where it's like a whole like a disaster response kind of thing and how
Sure.
they use the
Yeah,
drones for it. But
absolutely. That I think that would make the most sense. I can't remember what it was that we were talking about, but like search and rescue said within the next, or was it public safety said that within the next 5 years they expect almost everyone on their teams in these different departments to have hands-on experience with drones. Like that's just incredible.
it is, especially considering like when we first started talking to the public safety agencies and stuff like that, we had a hard time, uh, not even just like getting them on the sim, but like they were having a hard time with their leadership adopting drones at all. But now you have like DFR, which is drones as first responders, as like the actual first thing or like presence of a law enforcement individual or a any kind of like fire issues can be a drone at some point. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what things are leaning towards, as well as beyond visual line of sight flying. And there's like a whole lot of things that we had talked to people about a long time ago that now like just seem like the distant past. So
Right.
like, and it's only been like 2 years. Like when I say that the field itself just changes so fast, and like you never know what new crazy thing someone's gonna have at a show that you go to.
Yeah. No, I was talking about that with the women in drones.
Hmm.
It's like we're strapped to the front of a bullet train,
Oh yeah,
and like just I'd rather be on the front of it than I guess flailing around behind it. But still,
I'd rather be inside.
that's I'm hoping that's where we're getting closer to
We're,
being is.
we as a company and as a provider of fine goods are I think we're positioned very well. We're well respected, I feel,
Well, look at the
and
caliber of folks that we've got in this thing. Like,
that's true. I mean,
it's
you guys just talked to Alex. Alex is
what a
top tier.
mensch.
Like
What a he's
all
such
of
a sweetheart.
all of the leadership. Like he was saying, everybody on the team is incredibly talented at what they do, and like
Yep,
even though I was fussing at Parker just now. Parker's a great dude.
he is. I love Parker to death.
But like, and I would love to have Brandon. I'd love to have like anybody on the team who wants to come on the show. Really, like
Yeah, we need to get Ben on here. I want Ben to come on and talk about his experience in the desert because I feel like his take on it would be my favorite take because it's
That's-
probably the closest to my own, honestly.
That's awful, Dustin.
It's not. It's true. I will say this about Parker, though. Because of Parker, we now have our own streaming channel within our company Discord, so that
Oh, do
now
we?
we don't have to, you know,
Did they make that just now?
they did. So good job, Parker. Thank you, buddy. You see, you're getting stuff done. Like,
Much love, Parker.
I appreciate you. I appreciate that so much.
You get 1 K-pop heart.
That's right. No, 2. Here, I'll do it.
We get 2 K-pop hearts.
Did I do it right?
You're good, yeah.
Look at my new camera. Look how clear I am.
Yeah, man. Logitech Brio, excellent camera. Shout out to Stu for recommending it. But yeah, so I think that the way that the drone industry kind of, you know, extrapolates from here, we're going to be seeing, like, we're already seeing a burgeoning amount of, like, autonomous flight. But when the autonomous flight systems fail, you always got the sticks to come back to, and that's why it's still an important thing for us to be able to provide that kind of training. We should, at some point, have the ability to, you know, train people on how to use the autonomous systems of the drones through the sim, because that's just, we're trying to be the realist as we can be, and that's just, if that's part of where it's going, we need to have it in. But
you know how much I'd like to go back to 8th grade when I heard, like, you're not just going to have a calculator in your pocket. Man, what a dunk that would be.
And just like, oh, you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket.
I've also got all information ever plus all music all time.
So it's like,
and a calculator.
It's like, oh, I don't need to know how to do sine, cosine, and tangent off the top of my head.
But
it helps.
We know how to do the XYZ formulas by hand because we were taught that. So
I know
translates into drone flight where you learn the mechanics and then can also it's autonomous.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. That's all I gotta say.
Right. Riboflavin.
Back in the day when you had to memorize and regurgitate.
Right? So you're gonna be in oh no. See what happens when you don't touch your controller for a while? We let you know.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's a feature you didn't even know was on there, but
funny thing about that is right before we went live, Alex warned me about that.
That's why he's one of the bosses.
Yep, that's why they pay that's why they pay him the biggest bucks.
He's a knower. He's a knower.
He is one of the knowingest knowers of the knowers.
So next Thursday it'll be me on here flying around. We'll talk some about that. I'm gonna try and have a guest on because I don't think anybody wants to just listen to me for an hour. That sounds like a nightmare.
Oh man, the Dustin Power Hour, the Dustin Brewer Power Hour. Let's get it.
Welcome to the brew house.
Yeah, buddy.
It's your old boy.
No, I will make sure. I'll make sure that you have some videos and stuff to show off about the things that we're doing in Japan, and like
that'll be cool.
I'll also make sure that we get some maybe some nice footage, some B-roll,
curated footage for us. That'd be great.
B-roll. Bow roll.
Upcoming shows. I know we've got our guys going to a couple LIDA events, the Law Enforcement Drone Association.
October is a heavy month for travel. We have a LIDA show. We have UTAC, I think, like at the very end of the month. We have IACP in the middle of like in Denver, in the middle of the month.
Learn how to use drones to make beer. I don't know about making beer with drones, Kyle, but we can definitely
See, now you're thinking with portals. You use the drones to deliver the beer. I wonder if we can get one. I wonder if we can get one that could lift a keg.
I'm sure. Well, now that we are, hopefully, we're working on part of the sim where it will carry. So, what is that called?
A gurney?
No. Not carrying a package, but there's a word for it that the guys are using. We'll find out. But there's
a parcel.
Yeah. Oh, see, yeah. Also for ag, where drones go over and fly and inspect agricultural areas. Working on some of that stuff too. See, so many applications. But yes. Anyway, back to going to be at the LIDA events. I know
LIDA,
Nashville's coming up.
IACP, UTAC, and then the Texas TexCon, I think is what they're calling
That's
it.
in December.
That is at the beginning of December. Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you're watching this, again, make sure that you give us a like, give us that little thumbs up down there. Hitting the heart button by chat doesn't do anything, but the little thumbs up next to the share, and then hit that share.
Maybe
and show us off.
Maybe subscribe.
Maybe subscribe. That'd
Maybe
be great. Hit that little bell.
If you want to know when we're live, we do generally post on our socials the day before. You know, we post on those Monday, Wednesday, Friday usually. But Thursdays we go live. Thursdays are for stream, baby.
Thursdays are for streaming. So yeah, do that. And if you hear this message, come find us at any of these events and show us where you have subscribed to the channel, and we might just trade you one of our handy little challenge coins that we're having made, or some kind of swag, whatever we got on hand. I don't know, Brandon.
Lots
probably
of
get him to. Yeah, Brandon probably give you a shirt. It'd be cool. But we'll give you something. Hug if that's your thing.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with hugs, man.
World-class huggers we are. But come by, let us know that you're giving us a follow, and we'll make it worth your while. We appreciate every single one of you for taking the time, for hopping in our chat. Thanks again to Alex for stopping by. We'll announce soon who our next guest is going to be. We try and do these far more often with guests continuing on our Thursday schedule at 1 p.m. Eastern. Until then, feel free to reach out on our socials. Let us know some stuff you'd like to see.
Or comments.
Things you'd like. Yeah, absolutely. Please, just fire away. We are at your disposal, because then otherwise it's just us coming up with stuff to talk about. And one of these days we're going to run out, and it's just going to be us talking about Dungeons & Dragons and Digimon. And although it would be fun, we don't want to get there quite yet. So thank you to our new subscribers that we got over the last few days.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in. Bo, you got anything else for the people?
No, just be on the lookout for a post for Extra Life, and remember, you can win our beards.
You can.
And Josh's head.
Apparently, Josh's head. That sounds. I don't like it. But
his hair. You can win his hair. There you go.
Hair. I like it. That's much better.
It's awful.
Remember,
it's still bad.
It's for the kids.
For the kids. Hashtag for the kids.
Fighting the cancer. Until next time, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember to be cool with each other, love each other, and we will see you all